Welcome everybody, and as the bell chimes 5, here we are live on the Dear John show. And what have we got for you this week? Let's see what we got here together. Today I put a post up in early this morning on Facebook on the Dear John page, and we had Libya's brilliant idea of requests for songs from the eras of the 40s to the 80s. And Libya and her husband Glenn will gladly play these songs themselves and sing them themselves for all of you. And for me, of course, yeah. I have an announcement of Nina Thilo's book, Mrs. T's Peculiar Poems. And Nina sent me the book. I will show it to you all later on. We have the story of the week, quote for the week ahead. We have our guest poet coming on to read their own poetry this evening, which is Rich Geyer in America. We have Tracy Woodhead, our welcoming host, who will be there to say hello to each and every one of you. And we have Christine Barker, a residential poetry reader. Christine, the lovely Christine, will be with us tonight. I don't know how many Christine has. I've given her 3, but I won't be surprised if she has a lot more than that. Hello, Tracy Woodhead. Just seen you snaking in just now. Well done, girl. Jaleshwar General, I have your poem for tonight, and I'm delighted you've sent it to me. I love some spiritual poetry. I really and truly do. Oh, Rich, it's great to see you in there already. Johnny P. Lee, on your way home. You be safe. You can get to the show at any time, my friend. Nina Thilo, how are you? Good evening, Nina. I want to say thank you very much for Mrs. T's Peculiar Poems, because I've just been looking through it, and Pig in a Puddle is an absolute classic. I mean, when I start up this, I keep saying I'm going to start it up, but I will be starting up the children's poetry page, the children's story page. This is the kind of things yourself, Charlotte Rains, and everybody is welcome. I'll give you a boss in a minute, Tracy Woodhead. I ain't your boss. I'll take enough orders from you as it is. But however, this Mrs. T's Peculiar Poems, I've just gone through some of them, and it's brought me back to my childhood. Nina, it is absolutely a brilliant book. Absolutely brilliant. And Charlotte Rains, Ladybug, and the one I'm waiting for as well, Megan's Wish. They're not holding me up in any way, shape or form. I'm holding me up by not getting this show started. But I will be getting the show started. And I hope I can surprise all of you. The YouTube show of the children's things will be pre-recorded. It won't be going out live. It'll be pre-recorded and set for the children. And the link sent to all of my friends list that they can pass it on to anybody who has children. Or even to listen to themselves. I mean, it's great listening to kids' stuff sometimes. We need that little step back. Hello, Delyn Lawson. How are you? I'm delighted to see you here as well, my dear. See, I'm going to get slow now because people are going to go up and I won't even see them going past. I hate when that happens. But, and again, I see it this week. Johnny is saying hi to Janice. I don't see Janice because she doesn't come in on my list on my feed, unfortunately. Well, I'm going to start tonight. I'm going to bring in our first person. I'm going to bring in Rich Geyer into this hot seat. We'll call it for the evening. The hot seat of poetry. Rich is going to do 2 poems for us now. Good morning, Janice Fisher, and it is beautiful to see you here. I'm absolutely delighted you're here. I'm not going to try remember what poems I sent to Christine because it happens every week. And I forget by the time it gets there. But I think I can have a sneak peek and hope I get it right this time. I really and truly do hope I get it right this time. Let me see where I've written it down for. So I've got all my pages again, haven't I? So let's see what I've got. I've got one that I will be reading from Charlotte Rains. I've got one from Nina Thilo and one from Jaleshwar General. And the ones I've sent to Christine are Janice Fisher, Carrie Thomason and Prunella Nadir. So they're the poems we have so far, and we have of course Rich Geyer coming in with his poem. He will be coming on now. I've got to go and see if I can find him first. Let's find Rich. Here we go. Let's add Rich. Rich has just started his own show called The Grab Bag. Every Monday evening that one comes on. That's a brilliant show. I had some great fun at that the other night. Rich, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yeah.
Excellent.
Every time I come on the Dear John show, I'm always biting my nails because I'm here at work. I'm like, somebody going to come in here? So I'm like looking out the window. Actually, my landlord just pulled up. I'm like, I can't talk right now. I'm about to go live on the Dear John show. You're like,
That's the
okay, just
beauty about live, Rich. That's what I told you before. That's the beauty about live. Everything is unexpected. And when it happens very well. So let's have the fun and we both get cut short one way or the other, yeah?
yeah. But it's been a cold week here in Baltimore. Very cold.
It's been just that way here as well. We've had two of the coldest days so far for the year, yesterday and today, and it is really bitter here. Even indoors, it is so cold.
Yeah. Well, let's say we're supposed to hit the 50s actually next week sometime, so it's encouraging. And for somebody who
Ooh.
rides a motor
So,
scooter, it's
why
it's
don't you
it's
let the
horrible.
audience know a little bit about Grab Bag?
Huh?
Let the audience know a little bit about your new show, Grab Bag.
Oh, well, not to be confused with the Dear John show. My show isn't about poetry. You never know. I could throw a poem in there one time, but the niche between that I'm trying to do is somewhat different than what John's doing. But if you're curious about knowing, you can friend me, Rich Guy, or you can find me on John's page, or you can go to the Grab Bag page. It's called the Grab Bag, and you can get more information there. And for my first show, I had a very modest audience, and but I got a lot of positive feedback. And basically, the show's about spontaneity. And
Brilliant.
I don't want to say much more than that because I'll be giving away spoilers, and everybody will know what to
Oh,
expect.
you don't want to do
And
that,
that's
Rich. You don't want to give
and, that,
away spoilers.
and that's not what it's about. But I gotta say, John, you've been a definite inspiration to the show, seeing what you do live, and I think it's fantastic. And I appreciate your feedback. It was very helpful in coordinating things for this week's show coming up. So. Yeah, anybody who's interested in showing, it's every Monday at 5 o'clock, as long as it lasts. You never know. Could be the last show Monday. Monday could be the last show, John. I don't know. But
Oh, I am.
yeah, that's
Rich, I'm just delighted I could be there to help you along because I got some great help, like from the likes of Alan Johnson and that, to get me started off. I
mhm.
needed advice, I needed guidance, and Alan was there to give me all that guidance and led it to where it was going. Um, and it does its own thing after a while. Just like me, will just be turning up to speak the show out. Everybody
Yeah,
else will do the rest in the background. Hello, Rashmi Lel. I think that's the name anyway because I cannot pronounce. That's what I mean, Rich. You will get names will come up and you won't have an idea or an iota of how to pronounce them. But you just
yeah,
do your best. Rich, you got two poems for me tonight.
I
Tell us
do.
about them.
I got two poems. Uh, One is entitled Poetry Tushin. Uh, some of you might not. That's not actually. That's a word I made up. I think maybe some of the viewers will get what the show. I mean, the poem means by the end of the poem, and then the other one is called "The World Stops for No One." So I'll start off with Poetry Tushin. Give it a whirl.
Yes?
I can give you the best rhymes that you've ever heard. I can read you a poem right now or speak it in spoken word. I can tell you anything that you'd like to hear. I can tease you with my tongue and please the inside of your ear. If you like it written, I can do that too. I can write while someone else watches. Maybe I can write something especially for you. So what do you say? Do you like what you see? This is just a little taste of some of my private poetry. If you like what you hear, there's more where that came from. In exchange for your attention, I will give you some. It's a small price to pay, and I'll see to it that you aren't disappointed. My pen is full of ink, my writing wrist double jointed. So don't waste your time with any of those other poets, because they make claims they can't guarantee. But I promise, if you want a poem that you'll never forget, give all your attention to me.
Oh, there's greed in
Oh,
them words.
it's actually a horrible poem.
You're
I have
hugging everything, Rich. You're hugging everything. Oh my God.
what have I
I
become?
love
I'm
it.
now a poetry too, John. This is what I have to do. I have to beg for
Um,
attention. No,
Why
it was all
not?
out of fun. It was all out of fun.
Why not? There's 8 billion people in the world. We gotta beg at some time.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I don't know why I selected that one. I just thought it was funny.
It
I,
is fun. I'm after really enjoying that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, without further ado, I'll get on to the next poem. This one's called "The World Stops for No One." Carnival wheels turn with screams as someone takes their last breath. City streets swarm with suits and ties. New life is passed into mother's arms. The early bird gets his worm while the Paris lights shimmer in the night ripples. Lovers slam doors and the fugitive smothers his prey. The homeless man's paper cup turns to pulp. And while Hubble looks for trouble in the night sky, the scientist finds a cure so people won't die. Politicians shake hands and the radical sighs. Airplanes leave streaks across the afternoon sky. Fiddles burning up rosin, building up suspense. Life flashes before eyes, get a chance to make sense of these scenes from a movie from the reel of life. The director yells cut, and the world stops for no one.
You know what? There's so much in there, Rich. So much in truth, in picture and frame. Everything is in there of the world that we live in. And it seems
And
we read back 5,000 years history. It will be very similar back in those days. It's just we develop it even more as we move into the new day. We are a great race, an absolutely great race. Strange, but yeah, I love that one.
yeah, that poem was written. Actually, I was right here at work when I wrote that poem one day. Wrote that maybe a couple months ago, and I was just I was like itching to write a poem, and sometimes that's what I do here at work. and I was thinking about, I guess, what's going on in the world right now as I'm sitting here writing this poem, and there's a lot of things going on, good and bad. It's all going on right now. So that's the basic for the poem, and that's it. That's all I got,
Fabulous
John.
basis. That is a
Huh?
fabulous basis for a poem. That is a fabulous basis for a poem.
Well,
To get
thank
your
you.
poem from that kind of inspiration. And it's the inspiration that's around you in life that inspires you to actually write something like that. And I love poetry like that because it's on the spot poetry. It is poetry that comes from the moment you're in as it comes to your mind. And that's the time the ink just flows totally from the pen without
Right.
any effort. Yeah, there's very little effort. It's already developed from the subconscious into the conscious. I love poetry like that. Rich, good luck with your show, Grab Bag. Tomorrow evening, isn't it? Monday evening.
I'm sorry.
Monday is your show, Grab Bag.
Yep.
Yeah. I will see you at Grab Bag tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. my time. No, 10 p.m. my time.
Okay. Yep. Five
Yeah.
o'clock Eastern time for anybody who's watching anywhere else. But I got a customer
Great.
here, so I got a boogie, John. But it was nice
Okay,
being on the
Rich.
show.
Have a
Thank you
great
so
evening.
much.
You're most welcome. Thank you for coming on. Good night, Rich.
Good night. Excellent.
There goes Rich. And his two wonderful poems, that second poem. The first one was very funny. We come a lot, honestly, if we're gonna be honest with each other, we come across a lot of people that could be described in the way Rich's poem describes somebody writing poems and looking for the attention. And yes, people have to look for the attention. There's a lot of poets out there. We're talking about billions of poets, not millions, billions. Christine Barker, Tabitha Redman, lovely to see you in here as well, Tabitha. Christine, oh, I know I'm inundating you with poetry, and it's something terrible. But I don't know if you've got anything else in for us this week. Paul Sebastian, how are you, my friend? Good to see you here, Paul. Christine, I'm gonna bring you in and bring Christine Barker on camera. Of course, I want to bring Christine Barker on camera. Do, 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 do. And what a week we have ahead.
Help, help, I'm
Chris,
prepared. I got the
good
time
evening. It's lovely
completely
seeing
wrong. I got the time
Hey,
completely wrong. I thought you were coming on at 6.
6:30. I know.
So
I know. Oh my God. Do
I
you
literally
know?
just switched on. So you're lucky to get me. I would have missed you.
Thank goodness. You know, I put the post up. I was looking at the past two shows, the
Yeah,
Christmas Eve and the New Year's
yeah,
Eve, and the 5 o'clock seemed to work perfect towards the 6:30. The
yeah.
response and the interconnection with everybody seemed to be more easy for them rather than for me. And plus, I've got a job change coming up soon
All
where I'll
right.
be going to a new job. So my hours changed to 2 hours earlier finish than
Uh,
later, and I do most of the programs from the job.
from
So I
work,
have to
yeah.
move backward in time in order to facilitate the show at 5 o'clock to finish at 7.
Right. Okay, so are you changing it now permanently to 5 o'clock then?
I'll put it, if you're okay with that, yeah?
Yes, I think, yes, I am. As I say, today I'm unprepared. I'm just trying to copy the poems through from your mail that you sent to me. So I'm a bit
Yeah, you
unprepared, as I said. I'm afraid.
calm down.
Yeah.
This is the great thing about live. I was just saying to Rich earlier on, this is the great thing about the live show. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Yes,
And
you could say
everything that
that.
messes up will be a great mess up, and it's absolutely fantastic. And I will take all of the blame and responsibility for tonight's.
Okay. Yeah, as I say, I'm sorry about this. I'm fumbling away while I'm talking to you, trying to find. I think you
No,
sent me 3.
I sent you 3, yeah?
Yes, that's right. Here's the
Carrie,
next one.
Prunella, and Janice, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. Right. Here we go. Just 1 second. Just give me a second, and I will have it sorted. I hope. Right. I think I've got them all now in front of me. So,
You know, Christine, I would be doing very well if I had 10% of your patience.
no, I just literally thought I'd check the time, and luckily I did, because I would have completely missed your show tonight. So it's going to be 5 o'clock
Oh,
from now, is it?
from now, yeah.
Okie dokie. Right, the first one is called Time Slips By, and do you know who wrote this one?
I'm
Uh,
nearly, don't get me wrong, but I think this is Prunella Nadir, is it?
yes, that's right. I think it is. Yes. Order? No, Prunella is the
No?
last one. This one is from someone else. Who sent it? I've missed the name off. Hang on a second. No, it's not that one. This one. Janice Fisher.
Janice.
Janice,
And
yes.
Janice is right here with us now at the moment.
She's what?
She's right there with us at the moment.
Oh,
Janice is coming
lovely.
in.
I'll do my
Yeah,
best,
Janice
Janice.
is
I shall do my best for
there.
you. So it's called Time. And as I say, I'm rather unrehearsed, so I'll do my best. Right. Time slips by like ice melting in the sun. Old age upon us like lightning strikes. So quick, damage done and gone. Leaving life like a tree, so tall once, now bent and broken. Memories so full in past time, lay in mystery of broken circuits now. Do we go or do we stay? Life's weathered storms upon us like ships rocking in the sea. Only time will tell. Sink or sail on.
Wow. You know, it brings me to that point of, do we fight growing old or do we grow old gracefully?
Mm.
And letting go is a hard thing, but sometimes the choice isn't yours to let go or carry on, is it?
Yeah, I think
Which is
letting go of
beautiful.
anything is the hardest thing in life to do, really.
Yeah,
Very, very
big
difficult to
time.
do. Yeah.
Janice, that's a beautiful piece. Thank you so much for submitting it to us for reading. Christine, you read that beautifully. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And the next one is from, wait a minute, where's the name gone? Not Prunella, from Janice. No, Janice we just had, didn't we? from Kari Thomason, and it's called The View. To see the view at the top, first you must climb the hill. For some, this will be a huge battle of wills. Some may be afraid to look forward. They can only look behind. Some may be too weary, that extra strength they just can't find. Some with ignorance may be blinded, but endlessly searching for the light. Some may desperately want to climb the hill, but are terrified of heights. Some may be blinkered, convinced that ignorance is bliss, at the same time wondering there has to be more than this. I was once that someone. Each of the above applied to me. Then one day a stranger said, "Take my hand, climb the hill with me. We will take a break whenever you want. You are no longer climbing alone." Step by step, we reached the top. I knew that I was home. The view was everything it promised to be. Finally, I could breathe. The freedom I felt and the overwhelming love this place I would never leave. So come, take my hand. Let me climb with you. You no longer have to climb alone. Together we will mesmerize the view as Jesus welcomes you home.
Oh, wow.
That's lovely, isn't
I
it?
love it is. I love a person's sincerity in their faith, in their belief, and in what keeps them going. Because when you've got something that you can hold on to and something you can turn to, your strength inside grows multiple.
Yes,
And it does give you that inner strength. It makes you feel you can conquer the world at times. Although the world seems to be on top of you, you can raise it because
yes.
somebody is walking with you. Wow, I love that. That's absolutely brilliant. And again, you've absolutely put the soul into that one, Christine.
Yeah, I think they're very beautiful poems. I mean, we've got such talented people on here, you know, it's incredible. They write wonderful
It is.
stuff. They really do.
And Carrie Thompson, thank you very much for submitting that poem to me. I got that off Carrie on, I think it was Thursday when I sent it to you. I think it was on, I sent it late to you on Thursday, Christine, and I think I got it from Carrie on Thursday, yeah. And it was late when I got it, and I sent it on because when she posted to me in Messenger, it wasn't that she wanted it read out. She was sharing. And I thought, well, if you can share something like that with me, girl, you can share it with everybody else that needs the message that's in there, just to
Yeah,
give them strength,
yeah.
inspire somebody. So you pass it on, and here we are. That's what it's all about, Christine. That's what we do. We, like I said before, we are vessels to carry a message. It doesn't have to be your message, my message, anybody's message out there, because we need to communicate with each other in the world.
Yes, we do, definitely. More and more.
Yes.
Yes, it was a lovely one. I enjoyed that too very much. And this is another nice one. This one is called, well, I don't think it's got a title actually. Doesn't
It
seem.
does, believe it or not. Do you know the L that's at the top of the page?
Yeah,
It has L. That's
yes.
the name of the poem. L.
Oh, right. Okay. I was
That's
a
the
bit
name of the
unsure
poem.
whether that was a
I
title.
got confused as well. I had to ask the author, Prunella,
Okay,
what was the name of the poem, and she put back to me
thought that,
just L.
I thought that might be a typing error of yours or something, you know, so I was going to
Oh
check that
yeah, put
off.
it down to me. I'll take all the responsibility. No problem.
Well, thank you for letting me know that that's the title, so now I know.
Look at the size of these shoulders.
Lovely and cuddly.
Oh dear.
Flattery will get me everywhere, won't it? I know.
It is. It's working right now, Christine. Yes.
Okay, then, this is called L. I still believe in love. I've seen it at times. I've visited there. It's real and it's rare, like pheasant wind chimes, grapes upon the vine. Taken for granted or misunderstood, mirrored for fear of being lonely, hoping for the one and only, waiting too long or jumping the gun. Sometimes it's never those perfectionist ways, nitpick and drama, jealous like mama, daddy's little nightmare waiting right over there. There's no way to know how fast or how slow, what makes the heart choose, the magic, the lighting, the scent of perfume. The next full moon might make you swoon.
Oddly, you say that the next full moon. Was it last night or the night before? There was a moon, and it was so big. I thought it was going to swallow the earth. It was big, and it was orange and pink,
All
and it was
right.
absolutely beautiful. And I thought to myself, it's a while since I've actually noticed a moon like this. And that nearly made me swoon altogether. I thought it was the end of the world for 1 minute. It
Yeah.
was so humongous when it rose. It was
Yeah,
unbelievable.
we had one here, I think about late October time, really, really huge. They called it a supermoon here, but
Yeah.
it was massive, really massive. And
But it
my
must have
drive
took
home,
the time getting to us, Christine, because we only got it, I think it was last night. If I'm not mistaken, it was yesterday evening, or no, it wasn't. It was Friday evening when we got it. Wow, when they say super,
yeah.
I thought, that is super. That is absolutely unbelievable.
Yes, it was incredible when we saw it. And I have a lovely drive on the way home from work. Once I leave the motorway, right through the green wood, the massive wood. And it was this huge moon was right above me, as I was driving home. It was
Wow.
fascinating, absolutely stunning.
It
Yeah.
is. And isn't it brilliant? Like we said before, we've got a universe out there. We don't just have our little galaxy. We have a universe out there
Yeah.
that is huge, humongous. We
Yeah.
will never know the universe. I
No,
mean,
we
we
were.
can't even get to know our oceans, never mind the universe. Absolutely crazy.
It is,
But we have in our own little galaxy these planets we can see with the naked eye. We don't even need a telescope. The moon is close enough just to be on show. And what a show she puts on in
fantastic.
the best of times. Absolutely unbelievable.
I love the moonlight, absolutely love it. And especially over the woods, it's gorgeous, And sometimes you'll see the
Absolutely.
wild boars running around as well. There's lots of wild boars in the woods here at night, so they'll suddenly come
Wow.
run into your car. And yeah, it's very, very lovely.
Wow. I'd love to see, I would love to be able to have a view like you're talking about, where you're going through the trees and you actually see the moon through the break of the trees as you're going down the road.
Yeah,
I've only ever seen that once in my life. I was 12 years old and I was down country in Ireland. We were on a camping trip with the youth club and we went on a drive. They used to take 12 of the children on a drive for a midnight walk. We drive so far and walk the forest. And walking down the forest road, and remember, countryside does not have road lights. It's you have to have a torch or
yeah,
just sit down, one or the other. You're not going to walk.
yeah,
And you will go through the torchlight, but to see the moon above and the sky with no false light blocking it and the stars, and you can see so many constellations up there with the
yes,
naked eye.
yeah,
You
it's
have the
wonderful,
cloud, the bear, you have everything. You think, oh my God.
fascinating, isn't it? Really fascinating.
Such beauty it is. It is so fascinating, and I love the intrigue of it all.
Yeah,
And I love the ones that know everything. I mean, like the scientists and all that know everything about it. It is 553 million years old to the day. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Wow, that's so impressive. That is, isn't
it's
it?
incredible
You
how
can't
they,
be more precise.
yeah, however they managed to find all this stuff out is beyond my belief. It's incredible.
Yes. Yeah. Well, these are the professionals, Christine.
Yep, they are. They are indeed.
How was your week? How did your week go?
Busy,
Did you have a good
very busy.
busy week?
Yeah,
Very busy.
first week after Christmas, there's quite a lot going on at school, a lot of backlog to catch up with from the holidays,
Yeah.
So yes, it was quite a busy week. Yeah, but good, good. Yeah,
Well, just you're at the school. I've got a piece coming up now in a few minutes from Nina Thilo, and she's done the children's poetry book, and she sent me a lovely breakdown of how she got to the point of writing a children's book, and she become a school assistant to a
hmm,
teacher
yeah,
to teach the kids, and it formed from an English class when poetry came up as part of the curriculum to teach the children some poetry, and Nina got involved. And from there, she'd not recognised poetry practically beforehand, and she got into it. She's produced this book, Mrs. T's Peculiar Poems. And I've been browsing through it. I love when the authors give me a book and let me have a look. I love it because
yeah,
I get totally stuck into it, Christine. I'm better than the child. to myself. Do you know what I mean? I get lost in it. I want to be back in the muddy puddles and everything
Yeah.
else. I really do, even for the moment. And when I read it out, it's a lovely story how she's come to actually put this book and more books to come that she has. I mean, the dragon that sneezed, or the sneezing dragon, or something.
Yeah.
There's so many different books there, but I'll read them out as I go along now in a few minutes.
Yeah.
And I love this. I just want to highlight the authors because it must take a magnificent amount of time and effort to write something like this, and then the pressure of having it published,
Yeah.
either self-published or published by a publisher. It's still pressure
Yeah,
to
it
get the
is.
whole thing done, all for the entertainment of others. I think it's just beautiful. I really
It's
truly do.
beautiful.
And
Yeah.
yes, they deserve a platform to promote themselves from. And if they're not going to promote themselves, I'll ask them for the information. I'll do it for them because the show takes a while to go through anyway. So we're all in the one place. We're all on the one page. So let's all walk together. And if we can get
Absolutely.
each other a little bit further, let's get someone else a little bit further. That's all it's about.
It is. Yeah. It's lovely. It's really lovely. Very enjoyable.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful way of passing time. I mean, it's, as I said, again, in togetherness. I love it.
It is. And such a lovely group of people as well. They're so
But
supportive,
looking,
so very supportive of
looking,
everything.
yes, and looking earlier on, the interaction now has really taken off with people meeting and greeting each other in the
Yes.
group. As they come in from the first to the second to the third, so forth, and everybody is saying hello to each other.
Yeah.
It's like we might as well be sitting in the local library
Yes.
meeting up on a particular night because that's the way it's turning in, and that's the way we wanted it from the start to take its shape and take its form, and then we turn back to the Dear John page and have a little talk in there as well. It just keeps everybody together
It
and
does.
keeps everybody going in the one direction, and that's what we seem to want to do. We want to come here and be in the one place. The
Yeah.
company is fantastic.
It is, and it's lovely for me to be working in my own language again, because I mostly speak German all the time here, obviously. So it's just
Yes.
a delight for me to be able to read again in my own language and to share in English. It's a great pleasure. So
Well, you share great soul in your reading to us and for all the poets. I get personal messages back, as I've said before, Christine, from after your readings. I mean, we get some beautiful compliments and comments on the show after you've read some poems.
everybody's
And
so
I got some,
complimentary, yeah, they really
yeah,
are.
and I got some beautiful feedback for the way you have read a poem and the soul you put into it, the heart and the intent of making sure it comes across most like the poet would love it to. And that means so much to these guys. It really and truly does.
Yeah. No, it's lovely for me. As I say, I really enjoy reading, and obviously I have the sort of voice that people seem to like, and it's a great joy. It's just a pleasure to do it for them. And as I say, if anybody wants to send anything in, I will read it. So anytime.
You can tell your joy because your facial expressions during the poem, you can't see them. I can see them, and maybe you can on
Oh,
your phone.
I
But
can't
your
get the
facial
on my phone.
expressions,
Yeah.
yeah, but do you know when you talk about body language,
Yes.
we can listen to the voice, but your body language is descriptive, and your facial features with
Right.
your when you pronounce something or when you pause into a piece and coming out of a piece or a part or a passage of what you're reading. It's absolutely brilliant.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, it is absolutely brilliant.
That's
And I
good.
think that's what the poets love.
Yeah, well, at first I was trying to keep myself out of it so that you could really, as you know, so that you could just really concentrate on the words. But now I've got used to it. I can sort of manage to fumble with the computer and with the phone in my hand. But
I'm
it's
still a long way off that point, Christine. I'm still a long way off. Mine is still
multitask.
on the old pen and paper and rewrite the whole lot down. Oh my God.
That's
It
much
takes me a week
preferable.
to put my show together. Yeah,
Yeah, I bet it does,
totally.
darling. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
You're doing a
God.
great job, though, John. You're really doing a great job.
Oh, thank you, Christine.
Really
I
are.
really appreciate that.
You're a very lovely person.
But I can't do the job any other way than everybody gives me to do. I mean, I couldn't ask for more with what they send in, how they communicate, the the interaction with them outside of the show, the
Yeah,
interaction with everybody is absolutely magnificent. I mean, I would have to be an absolute muppet to get this wrong. I would give up altogether to get this wrong because everything, my whole show is script written for me. I've got to write it down on paper, yes, but it's already scripted before I do that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then come in front of the camera. But it takes a good week to put it together.
yes,
And you don't feel the time go by, Christine. It just passes.
yeah,
And then all of a sudden, oh God, 5 o'clock this evening, I've got to get the show on. Yeah? And you're in a rush after the whole week, but it works itself out no matter how much you panic.
it does, because the people just, they send in all the stuff and you just have to read it, don't you? It's just a joy,
Exactly, yeah.
great joy. Lovely way to spend an hour.
It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful to spend an hour in that kind of company. And the one thing I do love about the whole thing is everybody is so willing to share.
Yes,
I mean, none of us make anything out of this except joy and happiness. There is no money, there is no power, there is nothing. There's
but
just
isn't that
you
wonderful?
enjoy doing what you do, I enjoy what I do, and they enjoy what they do. And
Exactly.
together, collectively, the enjoyment is absolutely wonderful.
That is so special, and we don't need money for doing things like this. It's just a great joy.
That's all.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
feel so privileged to be able to do this. So privileged that
Yeah.
people would entrust to me their work. Wow.
Yeah. I agree.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Me too. I think it's lovely. I'll let you get on and read
Oh,
something.
Christine, you're back in school tomorrow.
Pardon? We
Yeah.
just got cut off
You
there,
back
I
in
think,
school
but it's
tomorrow?
seems to have come back.
Yeah.
No, not tomorrow. Tuesday. Tuesday is my first day.
Tuesday.
Monday's my
I've
free
got, well,
day.
I've got 2 more. I've got 2 more days off now. I've got tomorrow and Tuesday. So I
Lovely.
can chill out for a
Yeah.
little bit, yeah?
Yeah.
And then back to normal Wednesday. Oh, God. I'm
Yes.
not looking forward.
It's hard going. They won't
It
let us
is, I
decide
know.
today, so we just have to go on until we drop, I think. But
I've gotten so used to being in the duvet for the past 2 days. I've given up on outdoor life.
yeah, I know. It's so lovely when you just don't have to do anything, isn't it? You can just,
Yeah.
do something that gives you pleasure, like reading or whatever. But when
Yeah,
you
just
have
chill
to go
out.
to work, yeah,
Yeah.
it's lovely to chill.
Then that comes back to mind, doesn't it? I've got to go back to work. Oh dear.
Yes.
And you get no sympathy from nobody or anything else.
No,
Oh my
you
God.
You really don't.
Oh, Christine, thank you. Billions and billions and billions for tonight,
You're very
for the
welcome.
poetry.
And apologies
Absolutely.
for my disorganization. I hadn't realised that the show was early, so I
No,
wasn't
that's
rushed.
all my fault. That's all my fault. I did make an announcement, but I don't think I made it clear.
I didn't pick it up for whatever reason, but anyway, I'm here. I caught you.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Christine, have a brilliant week ahead.
Will
And
do.
again, during the week, if you pick up any yourself while you're browsing, if you get the chance to pick up any poems,
Yes, I did
just
actually. I did actually pick one out that I wanted to read, but the poet didn't want it read, so I hadn't had another chance to look for other stuff since then. So, but yes, I will if I find anything. As long as the poets are willing.
I will maximize sending you 3, just in case
Yeah.
you have some yourself. If you don't and you wish to have more, just tell me. I'll
Okay.
keep some in reserve, yeah?
Yeah. Okie dokie. We'll do. Okay.
Thank you, Christine. Have a beautiful week ahead. And you take care.
You
Have a
too.
great night.
Okay.
Bye-bye, Christine.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. That's Christine. Wow, she never lets us down. What heart and soul she puts in to the poetry that comes into us. Now, I'm thinking of what to do next, to be honest, because I don't want to go straight back into poetry. I think I'm going to go to a story, first and foremost. And this is our story of the week. We always bring a joyful story or some kind of story into the week itself. And this one from the Daily Mirror online caught me beautiful, and I thought, wow, what a way to remember your marriage. There's no way the groom could ever forget what happened on his wedding day, and could he ever forget the day he got married? When you hear this story, you'll understand. But beforehand, I'm going to say hello to Diane Reid Burgess and to Charlotte Rains. Wow. Hello, Charlotte. Well, here we go. I'm going to put this story out for you now, and I've written it down exactly as it's in the Mirror. Pregnant bride leaves guests stunned after her waters break during the first dance. Wow, what a start to the wedding. Danny Mountford says the couple didn't even have time to cut the cake before they welcomed baby Jasmine into the world. Danny said giving birth was a big surprise, but made their wedding day extra special. Danny, I bet it did, and it will for years to come. Guests were stunned when the pregnant bride went into labour on the dance floor. Danny Mountford, 19, was enjoying the first dance with groom Carl, 18, when her waters broke. The pair left family and friends to enjoy the party while they rushed to hospital in a taxi. Their daughter Jasmine was born in the early hours of the next morning, weighing 6 pounds and 4 ounces. What a beautiful story. I found that one just browsing around and I thought, wow, you could never forget your wedding day. I mean, there's no way this guy can come home on the anniversary and say, oops, I forgot. He will by then have 2 women down his throat because one will be for the birthday and one will be for an anniversary. I just think that is beautiful. Doesn't life throw a curveball at us in the greatest of ways? Wow. What can I say about that? I'm going to ask you, viewers, so who else out there has come up against this, or is this 1 in a billion? Truth, dare, confession, where? Mrs. T's Peculiar Poems. And for the moment, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn the camera around because you got to see this little book. This is beautiful. The author of the book is Flossie Figtree. Her real name, Nina Thilo. Mrs. T's Peculiar Poems. There are some beautiful, beautiful pictures inside of this book. And this book, ladies and gentlemen, is available on Amazon. And what a wonderful piece. Nina sent me this book free of charge through the post. I received it yesterday. I was away yesterday and I received it yesterday. I'm just going to get some pictures in here of where the poems are. I mean, some beautiful poems in here, some beautiful stuff for the kids. And here's one particular one. Let me see if I can get this one in. Mr. Achu's Amazing Zoo. And we have the one all ladies like. Harry, where is he gone? Come here, Harry. Can't see you. There he is. There's Harry. And there's Mr. Achu. There are beautiful pictures in this book. Absolutely beautiful pictures. I'm going to have fun reading this, just like I did with Ladybug. I'm going to come back to you now, I hope. Come on, camera. Come back around. And I'm going to read to you, hopefully, exactly what Nina had sent me. Don't tell me I lost it. I couldn't have lost it. There's no way I could have lost it. Here we are. This is Nina Thilo. And how this book came to be the book that it is. And that's a wonderful, wonderful story on this one. Mrs. T's Peculiar Poems. I'm going to read this as Nina sent it to me because I think it's so important that we speak the words that the poet speaks and how this became about. The author, the poet, of how this all came about. And me putting my words to it wouldn't make anything to have the way this came forward. This is a beautiful, beautiful story. And Nina says, working as a learning support assistant in a junior school, we had an English lesson one day which was covering the topic of poetry. Me being me, I decided to join in and write my own nonsense one, just for fun. Oh, and obviously to help the children. This is the very first one in the book, Mrs. T's Peculiar Poems, entitled Mr. Achu's Amazing Zoo. And it is an amazing zoo when you read the story. The table of children I was working with during the lesson snitched to the teacher, who made me read it aloud to the whole class, at which point they erupted into applause and begged for more. Poetry, or the writing of it. Poetry had never crossed my mind for one moment, But that was it. The floodgates had spilled over, and I wrote countless children's poems in a very short space of time, most of which I had to take into school and read to the children. Hello, Ben Wilson. Nice to see you, Ben. Sorry about that, guys. No Ben a long time, since I was a kid. If they had a good morning and worked hard, it was their treat just before they left for lunch. My colleagues and friends kept insisting that I turn them into a book, and with the help of my wonderful husband, this has come true. The first book is totally animals, but there are naughty school children, witches, wizards, and dragons with colds still to come in future publications. I have published under the name Flossie Fig Tree, as that was the name my mother used for me. When I was little, sadly, we lost her to cancer in 2005, and she never had the opportunity to see this change in my life. So this first book, and all those after, are in memory of my mom. P.S. The reason it is called Mrs. T's Peculiar Poems is because, for some very strange reason, a lot of people call me Mrs. T. Well, Mina, Tilo, I'll call you Mrs. T in a minute, just to put it right. Mina, what a story to tell people how this book, it's going to be backwards now to everybody because it's on a forward camera, how this beautiful book has come to be is absolutely wonderful. What a story. And your mother, I'm sure, will be more than proud to see what you have done to entertain children in this world. And I've said it before, and I'll say it 101 more times, a million and more times. What has been taken away from children in this world, from their imaginations, through storytelling, story writing, story poetry, is criminal. We need to give them back something in their minds at a very young age. They need to learn to make decisions as they grow. We all have that opportunity in our day. We have no right to take away from them in this day. The next piece I have to remind you of is the post. Nina, again, I'm sorry. I thank you so much for sending me this beautiful book. And it goes with the book the beautiful Charlotte Rains has sent to me as well, Ladybug, Ladybug. And the collection has grown. Johnny P. Lee sent me his book. I mean, the collection has grown of books. And I'm absolutely in book heaven at the moment. I really and truly am in book heaven. And I'm loving to see and feel the writers inside of their own works, because you don't always get that. But I love that feeling. I'm going to go back to Livia York in Australia, and a follow-up to a post I put on the Dear John show this morning. Livia has come up with this brilliant idea, which will add to the show and to the entertainment of the show, and to the entertainment of the Dear John page. And what it adds to, or what is added to it all, is Livia and her husband do shows in Australia. I'll call them like cabaret shows, because that's what they seem to me. And they play music to all different institutions in Australia, whether it be a wedding, an anniversary, a senior citizens ball, it makes no difference. And they are called the Yorks. And Livia is a special, special lady to me. Me and Livia, hello Rita Ray, lovely seeing you here, Rita. Livia is a lovely woman whom I met through poetry. Almost, I suppose, 2 years, maybe a little bit more ago. Her idea that you, the viewers, members of the Dear John page, viewers of the show, send in a request for a song to be played, and a nostalgic song, if that's what you want, from the eras of 1940s to 1980s. And Livia and Glenn, her husband, will be delighted to sing that song in appreciation for your request. And it's a beautiful offer from Livia. And already we've had lots of responses to send back to Livia. One song will be what Livia can pick from the songs that I will send her. Nobody will be absolutely disappointed because the whole aim is to have the request played. And whoever's request goes is the one that Livia will choose. I want to thank you all for taking part in today's posting of that. That absolutely made my day. The response was absolutely instant, totally instant. Now, so get on the Dear John page, or give me here on the show, give me some, give me something to give to Livia in requests. Put your requests in. Livia will see them on this show as well, because Livia is part of this show. She watches this show each week. Guys, I'm going to move on now, and I'm going to do my first poem to read tonight. It's from my dear friend, Charlotte Rains, and it's one I absolutely loved sitting down and reading. And she sent this one on a night that I needed a poem. I didn't ask for it, but it arrived. These things happen in life. Things are timed for their own purposes. And this is called Sitting in the Silence by Charlotte Rains from Coolidge, Arizona. Sitting in the silence, where all is well indeed, I sit in quiet shadows, sipping on my tea. My thoughts begin to wander, back to childhood days, back to fondest memories of simpler times and ways. Each day was filled with wonder of all that lay in store. Each hand did its duty to meet our needs once more. Love and kindness always shared with all who entered in, whether they be strangers or whether they be kin. Little filled our cupboards, but it always proved enough. Some folks called our family poor, but we just called it tough. Hold-me-downs, homemade quilts, shoes in winter time, beans and fried potatoes, greens of every kind. Never did I as a child consider my life as drear, but little did know that I'd recall it as so dear. Sitting in the silence where all is well indeed, I sit in quiet shadows, sipping on my tea. And I happen to be in a very quiet shadow, sipping my tea, when this particular poem came in, Charlotte Rains. Yes, your timing was absolutely perfect. What a beautiful piece. I've enjoyed reading that again because I've read it a few times during the week. And I enjoy reading everybody's poetry that I get my hands on, even if it's not allowed. Allowed, A-L-O-U-D. Even if it's not allowed, I just love reading poetry. It soothes the soul, without a shadow of a doubt. Hello, Artie.
Yeah.
I have a wonderful piece here at the moment. I have Good Night from Nina Thilo. This is a poem that lots and lots of us will be able to relate to. I will start this one. Nina is from the UK. Good night. Oh, what I'd give to say hello and greet you once again. To see you stand before me now would take away my pain. You had to leave, though not by choice. Bereft, I'm weeping still. Our last goodbyes were way too soon, because you'd fallen ill. The aching loss still very raw, it hurts as much as then. Now time will ever heal my heart. It's broken, cannot mend. I'm not the same, will never be. You took a part of me, the day we sat and cradled you, until you were pain-free. My tears are from an endless stream. My eyes will never dry. Too young and still, too much to do. Why did you have to die? I lay upon your grave today and held you to me tight. And just before I left, I turned and kissed you a good night. Nina, I know that's all about your mom.
That sounds a bit.
What a poem. It is, Hardy. It is very, very different. Welcome, Hardy. Hardy is my neighbour in our shared accommodation, and he's here listen to the poetry as I'm reading it now.
Don't show my face to people on that thing.
No, that's it. You're barred from getting your face shown.
I've got a bad face.
Oh, tell me. But Nina, I love that poem. That was absolutely a beautiful poem, and thank you very much for submitting it to me here on the Dear John show. The essence of all lessons is the next one. This is a very deep piece. It's a spiritual piece, and it's a piece from Jaleshwar Jaimal in Jalandhar, Kant in India. Jaleshwar, thank you for submitting your poem. I'm going to give this one a go. This was a hard read for me, believe it or not, to try and get it into structure, but bear with me, my friend. I'll give it everything I've got. Echoing in every
John, sorry mate, you don't mind. I don't want to interrupt, but you don't mind if I go.
No, you go. Thank you, buddy.
I hear you. Come down and say hello to you. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Harry.
All right, mate.
The Essence of All Lessons by Jaleshwar Jaimal, Jalandhar, Kant, India. Jaleshwar, thank you once again for sending me your poem. Echoing in every atom, in everything and every being, the soundless sound resounds in our spiritual hearts abounds, the message of seers and sages, down from ages and ages, to show us the path divine, to lead us to our nature sublime. The place between our two eyebrows, where the soul in glory glows, where its knot with mind shatters, where it leaves the bodily tatters, in our sanctum, sanctorum, reconciling our souls in spectrum of the primordial source, the source of all sources. The essence of all essences, the truth of all truths, the life of all lives, the light of all lights. The Vedas call it Akashbani. The Anahat call it Gurubani. The music of spheres and Socrates. The revelations call it the sound of roaring seas. Once you taste its bliss, its splendor, you will always miss, dawning in your heart's core, surely enlightens your every pore. Seek the company of a perfect guru, to know the knowledge true, the only way to consecrate, to make your soul fully liberate. Humble yourself at his lotus feet, to enter in a spiritual feat. This is the aim why we came, to recite his holy name. God bless you, Jaleshwar. Another beautiful piece. The poetry again this week has been absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been absolutely a stunning audience. But I can't let you go before I find, hopefully, our quote for the week. And our quote for the week comes from Harvey Fierstein. Harvey Fierstein. Right? He's Harvey Forbes Fierstein, born in Brooklyn, New York City, on the 6th of June, 1954. An American actor and playwright, and the play that stands out for me is Torch Song Trilogy. And his quote to give to us all from his wisdom. Never be bullied into silence. Never allow yourself to be made a victim. Accept no one's definition of your life. Define yourself. Take that with you through the week, everybody. And just make sure you are defining your own life. You're not living it for someone else or someone else's intentions. You live your life for you. You only get one life, the same as they do. Don't let them live both, and you live none. Ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to the requests coming in for the Livia requests. I look so forward to more of your poetry for next week. Christine, I can't wait to send you more poetry so I can have you back on here next Sunday. Tracy Woodhead, again, a brilliant night of entertainment in bringing everybody together, making everybody feel so welcome here at the Dear John Show. You two are doing a wonderful job, and I'm enjoying every minute of being among you. Nina, I hope I've done your book some justice tonight. I hope it has given you a little bit of recognition, because this book certainly deserves it. And Charlotte Rains, what can I say? Charlotte, it's always so great seeing you here. Diane Reid Burgess, thank you for being here. Paul Sebastian, there's so many. I couldn't keep up with everybody that's been in here tonight. It would be absolutely impossible. And thank goodness that we had Tracy there to actually keep up with everybody, because I'd have never made it all the way through there. Not a chance. Everybody, thank you very much for a wonderful evening. I've really enjoyed every minute of this evening. I've enjoyed the whole week putting this together, and I'm going to look so forward to next week to putting the show together again. Starting, as I said, when I finish this evening, it all starts up again. Have a beautiful week and a wonderful week ahead, and may everything progress in positive energy. And your God bless you. You're most welcome, Paul Sebastian. May your God bless you on your way through this week, and may you all walk on the same road that we are walking now, in togetherness. Oh, Tracy, I know everybody loves being at the centre of the gathering, and this just has a centre, it doesn't have sides. This is a centre gathering. Jaleshwar, thank you very much, and I thank you in appreciation for sending me the piece of work you've sent me. Have a great week, everybody. I'm off now. I'm going to make a new cup of tea because that one went cold. And I hope everybody has a wonderful week ahead. Look forward to seeing you all here again next Sunday at the same time. Maybe not the same place, but we will be somewhere. That's what I love about this show. We can be anywhere. Out doing the shopping, we'll still do a show. Have a great week, everybody. See you very soon. Bye-bye.